for another short video on the situation regarding those on the right who feel the need to apologise and get some street cred online. I see this quite often over time when they're apologising for something they did in the past, or try to take a situation in the current present time, in this case a Farage's story about his supposedly bullying and his hateful remarks and anti-Semitism when he was at school. And Farage, of course, has never said anything like this, and I'm not an anti-Semite, I'm not racist. I said some things that are actually quite strong, but they deem that as racist by these quote-unquote left-wing teachers. But those on the right seem to want to take something and then say, well, I did some bad things at school, and it happens. Why do I need to know that? Why do the people on the right always put themselves in a position like this? This is quite a common theme, as if you want to be accepted too. Guys, you should never apologise to these people who are your enemies, and they'll never forgive you. And that's the whole point of what I said in my previous video, is that they want to shame Farage into saying something he didn't do, or into things he didn't do, or saying things he didn't say. And this will be a pattern that's been going for quite some time. And if you think about it, if you look back at what was actually mentioned by those who spoke and said that Farage said some nasty things, if people were against immigration, just in general, like you don't want your country open borders, you were considered as a racist, as a xenophobe back then, as you are now. So Farage's point is actually much larger than what they're saying about him. He's actually got them on the ropes in relation to, not in terms of the story itself, but in terms of how people think of people when it comes to the issue of immigration and just things in general. So they were calling him a Nazi, xenophobe, racist, anti-Semite back then. They'll do the exact same thing now. You come out and criticise Israel, you're an anti-Semite. You come out and say that we have open borders, they'll try and twist it into anti-Semitism. You say that you want to control your borders, you're racist and xenophobe, right? The usual terms they use regurgitate over time. This is nothing new. The story of Michael Crick, the Channel 4, was from 14 years ago apparently, some time ago when Farage was at UKIP. So these things will keep coming up, but I don't get why people on the right have the need to do this. And again, I think it's more to do with trying to get attention, more clicks and likes, part of a grift maybe, possibly, for the sake of saying it. Sometimes it's better to stay silent, right? And I'm not sure why we need to air out our dirty laundry from time to time. If you were a bully at school, I'd rather not know that, quite frankly, and you should keep that to yourself.